I'm just going to comment on things I see in the Covington Safeway parking lot until I can no longer do as such. So, God, I'm bad at this. I have to pee pretty badly, and I cannot because I'm in a car. And morally, you're not supposed to just pee on things. It's unsanitary, it's immoral, it's not accepted by society. It's discouraged in every situation besides the most extreme. And even then, you're supposed to pee on plants because plants just suck at life, obviously. And so yes, I have urine trapped in my bladder. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about it whatsoever. So, what I see around the Covington parking lot, I see lots of cars. Oh my god, that van has a grenade. I don't understand people's fascination with putting stickers of weaponry on their car. Like, in the imminent apocalypse, that's just going to mark them as the first targets, because people are gonna feel threatened if they see a sticker of an AK-47 versus an actual AK-47. They're gonna feel threatened by that person, and thus they're going to beat them to death with something. I don't know. What do people beat each other with in apocalypses? 2x4s. Yes, they'll beat each other to death with 2x4s until they are dead. And so yeah, that's just not a good idea at all. I have people walking around the car, and whenever someone walks by, my voice just drops in volume because if someone just sees me sitting here talking to my iPod about things I see, they're going to think I'm a nutter. And they're going to have me sectioned. Oh god, that woman. She nearly tripped over, well, nothing. She just almost tripped randomly for no good reason. She was just an imbalanced person in general. And so, they'll think I'm a nutter if they just hear me talking to my iPod in the car by myself. And then I'll be sectioned. What is it called? I mean, I know that sectioned is a term in England, but what is it called in the United States when someone is put in a mental institution? What is the proper medical term for that, I wonder? Or even the slang term. If this were something I was going to put on the internet, which I'm not, obviously, I would ask people, but I'll just have to look it up. Okay. And people in Covington have an awful lot of vans. Not the brand, the car. It's 4 vans in a row, and it's terrifying. It makes me feel like there's some sort of government insurgency going on. They're just going to start wiping out all the Safeways because of Safeway's imminent danger to capitalism in America and all. Man, this cough kept me from moving my bloody wisdom teeth out. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And that was the most horrifying experience of my life, and then it turns out I went through it for nothing. Sorry, there was a man directly beside the car. And yeah, wisdom teeth coming out. That was just the worst thing I've ever oh no. It wasn't awful. It was unpleasant. Because they stabbed the needle in the crook of your elbow. And that was unpleasant for the first couple seconds. But that faded pretty quick once they put the tape on it. And then, but the one that really sucked was they took the needle or the catheter or whatever, and they stab it into my hand. And that hurts, obviously, because they're putting a needle in you. But then it keeps hurting. It's just this subtle burning, and I don't know if it was the way they put it in, or if it was like the liquid they were putting in me using the hand needle, or what. But it was unpleasant, and it was burny, and I didn't much like it. But at least the woman kept coming and like putting additional like warm rags on my hand, and that eased the discomfort to a considerable degree for some reason. I feel especially weird on like being on any sort of electronics, really, whether it be iPod or cell phone or stuff, when I'm around a service person, like someone who's served in the military and is in like their uniform, or a veteran who like has their thing. I just feel incredibly ungrateful, and I feel like if I'm on some sort of electronics when I'm around them, or if I'm reading a book or anything, I should immediately just get up and go over and shake their hand, because I am so lazy and privileged, and they got shot at for me to be lazy and privileged. So those signs that are like lit up and formed into words, hydrogen light bulbs or something? Yeah, there's one of those signs over there that says permanent makeup, but the P is out, so it kind of looks like it says permanent makeup. And that sounds like some sort of version of hell for some pagan religion. Like, this pagan priest just comes up to you and you're like sinning in whatever pagan religion this is. You're like peeing in public, and that's a mortal sin in this religion. And just if you followed the religion and you didn't know any better, like just this look of horror and depression and sadness just would come across your face, and if you didn't, you would just keep peeing. You wouldn't stop. I've heard people say, like guys, I've heard them say that they can like start and stop peeing. Like, they can be halfway through peeing and they can just stop. But I can't. And I don't know why I can't. But I just can't. I can't be like halfway through peeing and the phone rings or something and I just like close it off and grab the phone. Which is probably a big reason why I bring my phone with me to the restroom. And my laptop. My iPod. Sounds like I'm expecting to die in there. Like I'm filling my tomb. Just my bathroom tomb. Just with everything I'm gonna need for when I slowly starve and die of thirst. Oh no. Which would be more unpleasant? Dying of thirst or starving? 'Cause starving would obviously take quite a bit longer. But I think dying of thirst, I think I would rather be thirsty than hungry. I mean, no, I'd rather be hungry than thirsty. Goddamn. And so, I don't know. 'Cause you can live like about 3 days in general without any liquids, and you can live 3 weeks in general without any food. So I don't know. I don't know which would be worse. Oh my god. This van, it's for some company called Europa Sports, and it has just like the chest and arms of this hugely muscled man, and across his nape just the words "We deliver results," and they sell sports drinks and supplements and sports something. I don't know, the license plate covers that, and accessories. Just the huge amount of muscle this like the picture of this man had on it, you don't even understand. It was grotesque, like the amount. I personally don't understand people's like fascination, attraction of heavily muscled people. How long is this so far? God, I can't tell. Stupid battery. 11 minutes and 15 seconds. I hate how the iPod battery, it like jumps up and down. Like, I we'll look at it 1 minute, it'll be about halfway, and I'll look at it another minute, and it'll be like only a fourth of the way full, and then I'll look back at it, and it'll be like 3/4 of the way full, and I don't understand at all. It's just bad. It's just disagreeable. I hear iPods are one of those things that, like, the more times you charge them up, the less their battery, like, the less time their battery holds the charge, which concerns me quite a bit. Because that means that one day I'm going to have to get rid of this iPod and get a new one. And I'm afraid, like, the problem with getting something like an iPod is you get one, and then like 5 days later you find out that they have another one, and then like a new one, and the like value of yours has dropped considerably. This boy child, like, I don't know, 14, 15 maybe, he's sitting on like this bench next, you know, those like giant, those big things that people use to like, they're just barrels full of sand. They're relatively small. People put their cigarettes out in them before they walk into like a grocery store, so that, because you're not supposed to like smoke in any kind of store anymore. So this kid, 14 or 15, just sits down, just snatches a used cigarette out of this bin, just lights it up and walks off. Just the most ridiculous way to get a cigarette I can think of. Impossibility. It's just ridiculous. So here comes my mother. So I need to stop this.